Hello and welcome, my color-coded leaves. My love for Dragon Quest isn't the only love I have. There's also tokusatsu, especially Super Sentai. I liked Power Rangers as a child a lot, had toys and all this stuff. So, a few years ago, I got interested in its source material, Super Sentai, a Japanese children's show Power Rangers is based off of. Power Rangers basically took all the action scenes after the transformation and changed the story, and added American actors instead of the Japanese ones. So I looked up what would be a good starting point for the series, and well, just start with whatever sounds cool to you. So I chose Samurai Sentai Shinkenger, and I didn't know what that would start. Curiosity and a plan to watch it casually turned into a passion and love for the series. Shinkenger still remains as one of my favorites, and I have watched all seasons upwards from Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger to the now airing Kikai Sentai Zenkaija. I love it and also got my wife into it, so we watch it together every Monday. One big part, of course, are the Rangers' outfits, which are like the face of the series. Since there are 45 seasons as of now, I decided I would split this up into 5 parts, with 9 teams each, starting with Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger to Dengeki Sentai Changeman. Let's go! Well, since Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger was the first season that came out 1975, I will ignore the kinda cheap looking quality of the suits. But from a simply design standpoint, they aren't too bad. They have number represented by the amount of stripes on their breast part, which looks okay, even though I don't really like it when they number the Rangers, since it gives the feeling that one is above the others. But the V-shapes at least look good. They look the best on Ki Ranger, not too overwhelming like on Mido Ranger and not too underwhelming like on Akka Ranger. I think Mido Ranger should have white gloves and boots like Akka Ranger and Momo Ranger. It would make for a better looking team shot, but oh well. The helmets look okay, except Ki Ranger's, which looks just goofy with that single line. 1977 marks the debut of the shortest season of Super Sentai ever, Jakka Dengekitai. Let's ignore Big One for now. I like the card-themed outfits, but why is Heart Queen's visor red instead of pink? Also, why is Spade Ace's helmet red instead of white with a blue visor instead of a red visor? That destroys it somehow, sadly. The rest of the outfit is okay. I especially like the white sleeves. Now for Big One. His outfit is mainly white, but he also encompasses the colors of the other Rangers. Red, blue, green and... Wait, what? There's no yellow one. While it looks good, this kinda makes it not as good. Couldn't put pink on a man? But back then, pink was seen as a powerful color in Japan, not a feminine one, so that couldn't really be the reason. Well, whatever. All in all, they look good. Warning! The following image might not be suited for people that get easily upset stomachs. Viewer digression is advised. 1979 is the year Battle Fever J has seen the light of day. And it would be better to keep that in the dark. Even back then. What the word describing something bad were they thinking? Especially Miss America, what abomination is that? Only Battle Japan and Battle France look somewhat passable, albeit not good. Battle Kenya and Battle Cossack are really ugly. But Miss America? Well, let's move on quickly and hope we don't get nightmares from that. And if you couldn't tell, I'm not really fond of their costumes. Welcome to the 80s with Denji Sentai Dynamon. Let's get radical with striped shirts. Well, that's not really rad or fantabulous. Looks like shirts from a cheap clothing store. But the helmets look wicked, even though the symbol is a little too big for my taste. Not my fave. At least a little fresh and gnarly. 1981 saw the premiere of Taiyo Sentai Sun Vulcan. Well, one thing about that. If they are supposed to be the colors of light that the sun emits, they have done it wrong. Light has additive colors, so the primary colors of light are red, blue and green, not yellow. Red, green and yellow are the primary colors of subtractive colors, so pigments and such things. So that team would have had a green instead of a yellow ranger. As for the outfits themselves, I find them to be quite boring. I like V shapes, but they basically have just their color and a white V around their collar. The helmets look okay, but nothing too spectacular. Since they also have the theme of sky, sea and land, I would have liked it more if those were implemented somehow. Like Val Eagle having a wing pattern on his breast, while Shark could have a fin pattern and Val Panther a claw pattern. Simplified of course, but that would be cool. Now we reach Dai Sentai Goggle 5, which started airing in 1982. Here we have the first Black Ranger. To be honest, I don't really like having a Black Ranger on the main team. They stand out too much. As an extra, sure, but the main 5, or 3 in some cases, should be more colorful. As for their outfits, they are not really bad, but kinda strange. That white shape reminds me of a fan, but they have nothing to do with fans really, and it seems to be there just so they aren't just their color and that's it. Quite boring, I would say, and their visors make them look like they are constantly angry. Not my cup of tea. Kagaku Sentai Dynamon was next, in the year 1983. I like their outfits. They look like a better version of Tenso Sentai Goseija, which will come in a later video. They look like they are wearing vests, but unlike Goseija, they don't have too much white on their main color. Still looks like their main color. The helmets look nice as well, kinda like they are wearing crowns, albeit crowns or royalty isn't really a motive of that show. With the year 1984, Chodenshi Bioman arrived. Since they are kinda, in some way, cyborgs, their outfits fit them really well. It's not really a design for me, but it doesn't look bad and it works. The part I don't really like are the females. Well, let's say panties. Because that is what it looks like. I don't have anything against bathing suits, but a bathing suit look on a uniform like this? Nah. The males look a little bit better as if wearing shorts, but not by much. What is the connection between crop tops and the year 1985? Well, we probably have to ask Dengeki Sentai Changeman, because they sure like them it seems. This looks stupid, and the helmets with those boring visors sure don't help. Sad to end this on a low note, but well, it is what it is. So, those were the first 9 Super Sentai teams. Next time we will go over Cho Shinsei Flashman all the way to Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger. I plan to release one of these once per month, so it will be finished before Zenkaija ends and the new season begins. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to Go Ranger Storm that like button and Ranger Ball subscribe to pick up with the new content from me. Until next time, bye bye!